What's going on, guys? Jim, the Game Guru. Okay, so today, 21 games, tactical combat games for the Nintendo Switch. If you guys are new to this channel, please consider subscribing. I'm your video game and board game nerd, all about Switch games, board games, and VR. So in this list, I'm going to need some help from you guys. I have played a few of these titles. There's a bunch of them that I have not played, and it's just because this genre of games usually takes a back seat to most of the other games that I play. I've played a couple of these. I actually love this genre, but there's definitely quite a bit that I haven't actually dug into. So in this video, I'm just trying to take all these games that are kind of hidden behind the scenes inside of the depths of the eShop and trying to bring them out into the light. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with the first one. It's going to be Banner Saga 1, 2, and 3. Live through an epic role-playing Viking saga where your strategic choices directly affect your personal journey. Make allies as you travel with your caravan across this stunning yet harsh landscape. Carefully choose who will help fight a new threat that jeopardizes an entire civilization. So yeah, so this one looks really neat. Tactical combat in this is all grid-based. It is on sale a lot. So I think the normal price for these games are like $24.99, but I would not spend the money on the regular price because these games go on sale a lot. And when they go on sale, it's a heavy sale. It's usually like $4 or something like that. So it's not on sale now, but just wait a little bit and eventually they'll go back on sale. So the second on the list, Fire Emblem Three Houses. Wars coming to the continental fatherland. Here, order is maintained by the Church of Saros, which hosts the prestigious Officers' Academy within its headquarters. You are invited to teach one of its three mighty houses, each comprised of students brimming with personality and represented by a royal from one of three territories. So yeah, this one looks really cool. It's super popular. A lot of people like this game. I haven't really dug into this game only because of the price. It's about $60. So this game is going to be on the upper reach of the tactical games as far as price point. It has awesome like anime looking characters to it. Number 3, Divinity Original Sin 2. There can only be one God. The divine is dead. The void approaches, and the powers lying dormant within you are soon to awaken. The battle for divinity has begun. Choose wisely and trust sparingly. Darkness lurks within every heart. Master deep tactical combat. Yeah, so this one it's a lot of RPG elements to it. When you're not in combat, you're kind of you're free walking around, and you can talk to NPCs. A lot of RPG kind of characteristics in the game. Absolutely awesome game. And then when you get into the actual combats, it is tactical. But yeah, I highly recommend Divinity Original Sin 2. I really wish they would have ported the first one too. I thought the first one was absolutely fantastic as well. Okay, so next on the list, the fourth one is Valkyrie Chronicles 4 and Valkyrie Chronicles the first one. Valkyrie Chronicles 4 takes place in the same time frame as the original Valkyrie Chronicles, but focuses on Squad E of the Federation. Commander Claude Wallace and his childhood friends set out to fight for freedom in this desperate war, but bone-chilling blizzards, waves of Imperial soldiers, and the godlike powers of the Valkyria stand between them and victory. So yeah, I really love Valkyrie Chronicles. I haven't had a chance to play the fourth one, but I played the first one. It's amazing. Moving your troops throughout the battlefield. It's all in this third-person anime world style. So it's not like isometric, like some tactical games. It's not really grid-based either. So this is one of the few tactical combat games on this list that's not really grid-based. You move your characters around a battlefield in this third-person view, and you try to win each battle. You will lose a lot in a lot of battles, because if you make one stupid mistake and having the wrong person in the wrong spot, then a bunch of the enemy forces can actually take you down pretty quickly. Alright, so number 5. Here's one that's really, really off the wall that I really don't see anything ever. Anyone mention it? I don't like it. It's like so hidden in the eShop, and it's Otherside. Descendant to humanity's last hope, the daughters, echoes of the greatest warrior to ever live, are all who stand before suffering and death. Lead your army of daughters to battle. Your prowess in combat will shape their abilities and personality. I like the art style in it. It kind of reminds me of like Sin City, the way it's like the black and white and has the red. I had no idea what this is about, and I don't really see hardly anything about this game. It is really high priced though, for the fact that it's kind of it's a non-popular title, and I never see it hardly ever on sale, and it goes for about $40. I'd figure for this game, if you don't really have like a lot of publicity or anything on it, you'd want a little cheaper, maybe up in the front with a great deals section. But yeah, it's but if anybody's watching this video knows if this game is any good, let me know in the comments. I'm actually really curious on this one. Okay, the 6th game is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. The Mushroom Kingdom has been torn apart by a mysterious vortex, transporting the chaotic Rabbids into this one peaceful land. To restore order, Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Yoshi must team up with a whole new crew, 4 Rabbid heroes. Together they will battle the weapons through 4 worlds filled with combat puzzles and unpredictable enemies. Yeah, this one is supposed to be super amazing. It's always on sale though. My God, it's always. I think this, like, in regular price for this game, it's $60. Don't ever pay $60 for this game. This game is always on sale. It's always a deep sale. It's like $14, $10. So, but yeah, if you really want to get into, if you like Mario and his cute kind of aesthetics and the Rabbids and you want a tactical combat, then this would be a good choice. I don't know if I'll ever really get this one because Rabbids drives me nuts. I can't stand the Rabbids. My kids used to watch the Rabbids show all the time, and they're wah 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 when they talk, and it just drives me absolutely crazy. But it's supposed to be an actual really good tactical game. All right, number 7, Invisible Incorporated. Tactical espionage. Take control of Invisible's agents in the field and infiltrate the world's most dangerous corporations. Stealth, precision, and teamwork are essential in high stakes, high profit missions where every move may cost an agent their life. It looks interesting with this whole kind of spy kind of thing when you're infiltrating and stealing things, and tactical espionage. Okay, so number 8, Phantom Doctrine. Phantom Doctrine is a strategic, turn-based espionage thriller set at the peak of the Cold War, drawing on a wide variety of influences and capturing the subtle intrigue of classic spy films. The game thrusts the player into a mysterious world of covert operations, counterintelligence, conspiracy, and paranoia. Yeah, so this one looks like it's a lot of infiltration. It's kind of like a little bit of spy stuff, kind of like Invisible Ink. 9th, Banner of the Maid. Let's do some French Revolution style here. Banner of the Maid is a turn-based strategy game set in the late 18th century to early 19th century, based on the alternative history of the French Revolution. At the end of 18th century, as the House of Bourbon was on the verge of collapsing, Louis XVI of France planned to secretly escape from his country. Starting from the French Revolution, the wave of chaos swiped across Europe. Follow the steps of our protagonist, the young female officer Pauline Bonaparte, to start her journey as a regular officer and win battles both on the battlefront and the political vortex of Paris. So yeah, I think the graphics don't look so great on this one. It looks kind of very mobile-ish, but I feel like that maybe there could be a decent story there, and then you have these big battlefields and you can maneuver like large armies. So that part looks actually pretty interesting. Okay, 10th, Warsaw. In a city besieged by enemy forces, the only hope for freedom is to stand up and fight with everything you have. Muster able body to join the uprising, loot and salvage what you can to arm your resistance and take on the overall enemy forces that dared invade your home. So yeah, this one's different from your grid isometric. It looks like there's like a lot of top-down with like maneuvering troops, but then at the same time, when you get into the actual battles, it looks like it's a lot of side-scrolling, the way it looks. So number 11, Into the Breach. The remnants of human civilization are threatened by gigantic creatures breeding beneath the earth. You must control powerful mechs from the future to hold off this alien threat. Each attempt to save the world presents a new randomly generated challenge in this turn-based strategy game. Yeah, this one is supposed to be an amazing game. I've actually purchased this game, have not played it yet, but I will be playing it very soon. I will be playing it for a video. And yeah, it doesn't look great. It looks a little ugly. I had this on my ugly but good games. And it's like, it looks very small the way the battlefields are, but it's supposed to be a really, really solid game. Number 12, Super Dungeon Tactics. Call upon 15 heroes, each with unique abilities, to combat the Dark Council's forces throughout the magical land of Crystallia. Explore ever-changing dungeons and battle diverse hordes of monsters during your adventures. Alright, so this one's really cheap. It's about $10. It does look a little cheesy as far as some of the graphics. Like, it looks a little bit mobile-ish. But the battlefields don't look bad, and it looks like there's a lot of different creatures you fight. Part of it looks kind of promising, and part of it I worry about. But if you've played this game and you know if it's any good, let me know in the comments. Okay, number 13, Battle Brothers. Battle Brothers is a turn-based tactical RPG, which has you leading a mercenary company in a gritty, low-power, medieval fantasy world. You decide where to go, whom to hire or to fight, what contracts to take, and how to train and equip your men in a procedurally generated open world campaign. Yeah, this one definitely looks a little rough as far as its battlefields and visually, because a lot of the visual elements are just like the main parts of a head and chest, and you're moving like these head and chest pieces around. So it doesn't look visually appealing. It does have a lot of content, though. I was actually surprised on this one because they have a lot of DLCs. I mean, it's crazy. And the base game goes for like $30, and they have a ton of DLCs that you can get for like another $30. They must be doing something right if they keep developing the game and adding new additional content to it. Okay, number 14, Warborn. Okay, so this one we're going to get into giant mechs. Rise up and deploy for battle in the variable armor, a technology-advanced suit of war, as the political climate between factions is thrown out of balance and the solar system is engulfed in conflict. Lead your strike force of deadly mecha toward victory in a turn-based tactical combat. Yeah, the graphics don't look too great on this one. Visually, it's very, very unappealing. But I can't judge a book by its cover. It might have good tactical combat, and it might have a good story. I'm not sure. Visually, it does look rough, but hey, this is an option if you're into like giant mechs and tactical games. Number 15, Star Renegades. A service robot named J5T1N has arrived in your dimension to warn of impending doom from an overwhelming force known as the Imperium. Fight for survival across procedurally generated and emergent mission-based campaign through reactive tactical turn-based battle system that emphasizes interrupts and counters. Standing in your way is the intelligent adversary system with enemy officers that evolve and move up in the ranks. I love the pixel art in this game. I love how clean it looks. It's very, very colorful. It's got like these cool reflective visuals on it too. And it looks like a lot of the battles are more of a side view instead of like a top-down or isometric. Looks promising. I've never tried it. I hope it's good. So, all right. So number 16, Wintermoor Tactics Club. Wintermoor Tactics Club is a story about surviving high school with gameplay inspired by tactics RPGs and visual novels. It was hard enough for Alicia at the famed Wintermoor Academy before it interrupted into a snowball war. Now her club's only hope is to transform from nerdy node bodies into fantasy heroes. This game has got some interesting artwork. It reminds me of kind of like old American cartoon style artwork. Definitely not anime by any means. And I can't tell if this is actually a serious game, like these things are really happening when they get into the tactical combat, or if this is just all fantasy stuff they've made up within their club. But yeah, it's definitely unique, and this was definitely one that's definitely hidden on the eShop. Okay, 17th, Disgaea 4 Complete Plus and Disgaea 5 Complete, and the first Disgaea. When the ruling powers of Hades are revealed to be corrupt, Valvatores must spark a rebellion to bring them down, armed to the teeth with dynamic, over-the-top gameplay and a horde of special features. This is the ultimate Disgaea. Yeah, this one's got like these anime-looking characters. It looks like you can get a bunch of people to join your party. There's a lot of Disgaea games. Actually, they have a 6th one coming out, I believe, this summer as well. So yeah, if you like anime-based kind of goofy stories and crazy stuff and tactical combat, then this is probably a good choice for you. Number 18, Steamworld Heist. In Steamworld Heist, you command robot pirates in an epic tactical shootouts. It's turn-based strategy with action twists. By manually aiming your weapons, you'll pull off insane bullet-bouncing trick shots. As the captain, you board, loot, and shoot your way through enemy spaceships. Overcome the challenges of vast frontiers by upgrading your recruits with unique abilities, weapons, and even stylish hats. Yeah, so another one that's unique. It doesn't have the whole grid, isometric, or top-down view. It's all side-scrolling, and you board these ships, and you have to kind of tactically take them over. Yeah, it's an awesome game. So definitely, I love the Steamworld universe too. I've always loved the Steamworld universe. I love Steamworld Dig, the first one and the second one, and there are a bunch of games from the Steamworld universe. This Heist being another one. Okay, so 19th, Tactics 5 Obsidian Brigade. This one for me has nostalgia appeal because I used to play a lot of old RPGs on old computers, back in the PC DOS days and like old Windows 95, 98. So a lot of the graphics back then were not good, and especially for like old RPGs, whether they were tactical or not, they had like this really rough looking kind of patchy textures to them. And this one kind of hits me with that. So Tactics 5 Obsidian Brigade is a retro-style tactical turn-based video game in homage to console tactical RPGs from the 1990s. It is set in an in-house fantasy setting with its own lore and magic. It also uses techniques to convert to a 2D isometric look from 3D assets. So yeah, that kind of really old retro style computer look actually really resonates well with me, but it's not going to be for everyone. And I don't know if this one's actually going to have a really big, appealing story to it. I'm not sure. And it looks very, very, very simple. Okay, so the 20th on the list, Wargroove. This game is absolutely awesome. I have absolutely enjoyed this game. A lot of content for the price. And they also have another add-on called Double Trouble, which allows you to play cooperatively in this game, which is fantastic. Beautiful pixel art. And just as far as the tactics, it's pretty awesome. When you go into the missions, they'll actually rate you. So whenever you finish and beat and complete the missions, you'll get like a rating. And you're going to end up wanting to try the same missions over again and again and again until you get like the top ranking. Alright, so number 21, the last one on the list, is XCOM 2 Collection. Now this one's going to take you into sci-fi tactical, with a lot of like aliens and different races, and so aliens rule the earth, promising a brilliant future for mankind, while secretly hiding a sinister agenda. As the leader of guerrilla force facing impossible odds, you must ignite a global resistance to eliminate the alien threat and save the human race from extinction. I've played the earlier XCOM games, and the earlier XCOM game was on mobile as well, and I primarily played it on mobile. For some reason, they didn't decide to bring that one over to the Switch, but they decided to bring XCOM 2, the collection, and all of its DLC. So a lot of content on this one. This is actually another game that's also highly rated, and if you're into sci-fi and tactical stuff, you can't go wrong with this. Absolutely awesome game. Alright, so that's it. So those are 21 titles. A lot of these I have not yet played, or I've played previous ones, but let me know in the comments for the ones that I have not had a chance to dig into. Let me know if they're any good, or if they're garbage or what. But hopefully this will bring out some of these tactical games that are hidden on the eShop and bring them out a little bit into the light. But yeah, that's it, guys. Please, if you guys like this video, please like. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.